But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three River Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. But tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
To Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Out of bounds at midfield. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. On play action, it's Rodgers. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenneth Gainwell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Offside, defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math, they did it well, and it works for them.
Stroud working out of the gun. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
It's a gain of
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Texans first down. A gain of 14. And the Texans first down.
Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On the bootleg, Stroud. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
He'll find Thielen work in the middle. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. On the give, it's Warren. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's good.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Rodgers going to throw. Complete to Austin here over the middle. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Joey Porter Jr. in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, well, they would have been better served. Just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And Stroud now to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Patrick Queen. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Stroud going to give to Marks. And they showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Texans send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. On the return, Austin. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Rodgers. A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Second down and 6 now, as they've got it as we resume action. Rodgers again now. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
On for the field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston set to take over. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Marks to start the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Motion man left is Kirk. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still 3rd down.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Stroud looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Texans 1st down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
Marks now on 1st and 10. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Play action. Stroud now. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Texans.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Marks. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Jordan. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Stroud. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Joey Porter Jr. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing is Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Rodgers. Here's Freiermuth again. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A handoff for Warren. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Now 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the run, it's Warren. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Warren is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Warren, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw off play action. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Stroud. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
2nd and 10. Now run with Warren. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
4 receivers in the package. Here's 3rd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 3rd down and 7. Now it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run it. Warren. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Trying to find Calvin Austin. But now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd down and 8. Rodgers now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 10
The
yards.
passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Over the middle, pass caught by Warren. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now 2nd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here's 3rd and 3. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from 28 yards out. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Stroud to throw it. Ogunbowale on the screen. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you,
they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Here's Warren. A beautiful fake. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 82 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got his man, it's Warren. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for just 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
On the bootleg, Stroud. He'll swing this out to Marks. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Motion man left is Kirk. Stroud sets up the play action. That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
Stroud's pass complete to Christian Kirk. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 50-yard line.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. On the handoff, Marks. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Stroud keeps it. And he is going to have a Texans first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on third and inches.
And the Texans first down. A gain of 3 on the play. And the Texans first down.
From out of the gun, here's Marks. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
From the 43, here's a second down and 6. They run straight ahead with Marks. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football and averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Texans.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Handoff here to Ogunbowale. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Cameron Hayward on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now he's going to step up and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. The slot man in motion right. On the give, here's Marks. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. Stroud out of the gun here. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Texans. Harrison Bryant from 4 yards out. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Valdez-Scantling in motion right. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
No gain on the play.
Now Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
At the 45-yard line.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Warren will try the right side. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 91 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down and goal to go.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
That makes the score Steelers 27, Texans 13.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out comes Houston. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Stroud looking to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers' offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And you get a look at the numbers, so they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 37.
That's good.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Austin, incomplete. The coverage by Damone Clark.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 3rd down.
He was defended by Jalen Petrie.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And again, it's Rodgers. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Chris Boswell.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. For the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Stroud off the play fake. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stroud. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 4. Play action. Here's Stroud. Another one caught by Collins. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
As Stroud now to throw. They set up the screen. Marks. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Again, it's Stroud. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On the give, it's Warren. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 123 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd and 5. Here's Rodgers. Completes Austin here over the middle. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers earned the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.